What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri, back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 7. We got some promo photos and a little bit of a trailer breakdown, but mostly promo photos for Episode 907. So obviously, spoiler warning for Episode 907, so Season 9, Episode 7. If you don't want to check these photos out, or you're not up to date, or you're just worried about spoilers, stop watching now. But episode 907 looks pretty good from the promo photos and the synopsis. But before we get to that, guys, if you can, please hit that subscribe button to become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family. If you love all things Walking Dead, this is the channel for you. Photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here, giving credit where credit is due. Spoiling Dead fans, AMC, and The Walking Dead. Season 9, Episode 7, titled Stradivarius. Carol seeks out an old friend living alone in a wilderness teeming with walkers. Survivors make the perilous trek to a new home. So Carol finds and seeks out Daryl, who's living alone, and I'm guessing Michonne and Magnus group go to the hilltop. And we don't have the spoilers from the Spoiling Dead fans just yet. They'll be out probably Thursday or Friday, and when we have them, we will post it for you. But these are the promo photos and the stuff that should be in episode 907. And you can see Michonne, and I'm guessing DJ or Sadiq, probably Sadiq's on the horse, and you can see DJ and Yumiko on the wagon. And it's pretty interesting that you have Sadiq, the only doctor that is watching Yumiko, I guess, and maybe to talk to someone at Hilltop, Luke, Magnus group, Sadiq, DJ, and Michonne are all together. And it's kind of interesting that this new group could potentially overtake Michonne, DJ, and Sadiq because they would have the numbers, Magnus group. But Michonne is the leader and she can handle it herself for sure. But Magna and Michonne, let's just say it's complicated. They don't trust each other, most likely. They're a work in progress. One of them's deaf, so I don't know how much she would be okay to fight someone. Her and her sister are pretty cool, but in a fight, would you want them on your side? Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully, Yumiko will have a bigger part this episode. We really didn't see her last episode, but they do call her Miko, and I'm so used to calling her Yumiko, but I guess it's Yumiko. But we'll see how it plays out on the episode. Like I said, Michonne and Magna are complicated, and I believe that Michonne, Sadiq, and DJ take Magna to get their stuff and their belongings. And if you picked it up in episode 905 at the very end, you saw that Judith rescued Magnus group around their stuff. They had the big container, and I guess it was a horse and buggy that were taking them around too, but they broke down and the horses were gone. But you can see it from the comic. It looks straight out the comic, and their stuff is all ravaged and destroyed. So who did this? Whisperers? Saviors? Walkers? Who knows? But their stuff is all over the place, so I would assume somebody went through them, and maybe it's the Whisperers, and they're probably around the Whisperer borders, but clearly something happened to all their stuff, because I don't remember it looking like this the last time we saw it. And you can see Magna and Yumiko talking, and they're lovers, guys. If you don't know that from the comics, they're together, and I think it's going to play out on the TV show like it did in the comic. But I know Sadiq and Michonne are talking to each other, and in the trailer, Sadiq's like, "You like these people?" And she's like, "I might like them, but I don't trust them." And I can see why Michonne wouldn't trust them, but Magnus group hasn't really done anything to negate trust. They haven't done anything that's untrustworthy except for Magna with the blades. And I still don't know how she saw the tattoo on her wrist or hand because she has the gloves on her hands, but she did. And either way, Magna was kind of hiding something, and Michonne and Magna had their little moment. But I think we can trust Magna and her group, and not everyone reads the comics, and you can trust Magna. They don't really do anything bad towards the group or Michonne or Rick in the comics, so I would assume they're going to continue that on the show, and we can trust this group. We'll see how it plays out. And I kind of like the idea that they all sign and they can understand each other. And at least in episode 906, I didn't feel like the sign language was like hard to understand. I was like, come on. But we'll see Michonne leading the group here towards somewhere. I wonder if it's the flare that goes up that we'll talk about at the end of the video that we saw in the trailer. But we see Connie and Kelly using a slingshot. And in the trailer, you see them blow a hole in a zombie's head. Would that actually happen? I mean, the skull of a zombie should be softer, but what are they firing from the slingshot? I mean, it's got to be something pretty solid to really have the head of a zombie explode. But we'll see how it plays out. I hope Yumiko has a bigger part in this episode going forward, because it would be pretty cool to have some more badass characters helping Michonne and Aaron and everybody. But also in the episode, we're going to see Carol, Henry, and Daryl come together. Because at the end of episode 906, we saw Carol and Henry going to Daryl's location, wherever this is, by the water, wherever Daryl's actually living. Has he really been living there for 6 years? That's crazy. But Daryl's back to being loner Daryl like he was in season 2, and I'm kind of okay with that. I think Daryl should kind of be on his own. You know, he's kind of better that way. He's not going to have Rick to play off of, and I just want to see how it plays out. Him and Carol are going to be an interesting dynamic, and I think they're going to be around for a long, long time. I don't think it's ever going to be a romantic, but I know some people want to see that. I just like Carol and Daryl's relationship the way it is. I want to see them be around for a long time, and I feel like it's like a brother-sister vibe where they care about each other and they would do anything for each other, but not in a romantic way. Henry's going to be a bigger part for Daryl and Carol and Ezekiel for sure. And I have to admit, I didn't think Henry was terrible last episode, but his naive ways of trying to save somebody is kind of like, come on, dude, this is a zombie apocalypse. If someone's crying for help, you can't really just go save everybody. But Henry's naive and he wants to save people, and I can understand that. But Daryl is going to get a dog. We'll see in a couple pictures. Daryl and Carol together is what the show needs. We don't have Rick and Daryl anymore. We need Daryl and Carol and Michonne. We don't have Maggie either for the rest of the season, but we need the OGs of The Walking Dead to stick together. Daryl and Carol are all we got. There's the dog. What's the dog's name? I don't know. We don't know yet. From the little sneak peek, he just says, there you go, dog, or good job, dog, and the dog ate. He doesn't give it a name. But Daryl's going to be back on his bike and doing something. Hopefully Daryl can step up and be a bigger character and be a co-lead of the show. Daryl, Carol, and Michonne can do big things. In the trailer, we see a flare. I'm guessing it's from Eugene and Rosita, and they need help for sure. Or maybe it's from Michonne or someone else, but I would think Eugene and Rosita. Aaron and Jesus see the flare, or at least we're made to believe from the trailer that they see it. Are they together? In the comics, they get together. And we're not sure if they're going to expedite the storyline. Because remember, the comic storyline of this new beginning and everything is pretty expedited with the Maggie, Negan stuff, and Gregory. So it could be. We'll just have to wait and see. And we saw the pictures before. Carol and Henry are in a tent. And I guess Daryl is probably in his little houseboat thing that he made. But clearly some trouble happens. We see Carol with her bow and arrow and taking aim at somebody. Not sure what it is, but this could be the part where the dog gets in trouble or something else. Michonne is somewhere. I'm not sure what this is, but it could be inside the building that we saw Michonne, DJ, Sadiq, and Magna's group running towards or running around right here. So I'm assuming they get inside a building for some reason, and they might be going to see where the flare came from, and it's just hard to see, what's actually going on. You see Daryl with his arrows, and he's killing some walkers around. I guess Carol and Henry are with him. But we'll see what happens here. Carol and Daryl are going somewhere. Maybe it's not safe at Daryl's camp. Maybe the walkers are coming towards them. And I'm guessing this is more whisper related. At some point, we're going to see the whispers. And we got a little taste of the whispers at the end of episode 906. Sadiq is running towards probably Michonne, Magnus Group, DJ or something. Probably the walkers are coming towards them. Maybe it's to help Connie or Kelly. And then you see in the trailer as well, they stop on the road and they're looking into the woods. They're trying to listen to what's going around. I'm guessing they're around the Whisperer border. I'm guessing they're around Rosita and Eugene, wherever they ended up. And I would think this has to either do with the flare or just trying to help Rosita or Eugene, because it makes sense that they're around the woods. They're stopped to look around, or maybe there's just more noise or something, and maybe they all get together. Do they even make it to the hilltop or not? But they look into the woods and we don't see anything. I would assume Rosita is running towards them to get help. She leaves Eugene, like the Ken and Marco situation from the comic, because remember, Ken and Marco are the people who see the whispers for the first time. It's not them in the show. It's Eugene and Rosita. Eugene is hurt, and Rosita is probably looking to get help. So that's what I make of the promo photos and a little bit of the trailer breakdown. What do you make of it, guys? I'm excited for Season 9, Episode 7. I believe this is the episode that Michael Cutlass, who played Abraham on the show, directed. Pretty cool stuff. I'm excited for the episode. I'm loving Season 9 so far. Every episode has been good, if not great. I'm loving where they're going with the show. I know Rick's gone, but I thought episode 906 was good. Hopefully they can continue on down the path of good episodes. I have faith in Angela Kang. How about you? Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Never give up. Believe in yourself. You can do it.